Patiently waiting for the day to come where they fuck us for the rest of our lives. Well, I told you all once, well, I told you all twice that this is the start of our demise. 1, 2! Your head with that, try to twist you up inside, and they always seem to fake a smile. They don't care about our lives, look at us, we're greedy eyes, we're just profit and denial to them. Hey, well I've grown tired of this. Hey, repetitive chain of events. Bury me 6 feet underground. Take my hand and send those demons back. Feel the media of a bliss, and we all look the other way. Fill the pockets of the cream while the rest of us bleed. Will we ever be the change we need? Rage fans are frame up for side of this. Repetitive chain of events. Bury me 6 feet underground. Take my hand and send those demons back. Come where they fuck us for the rest of our lives. I told you all once, I told you all twice that this is the start of our demise. Bury me 6 feet underground. Take my hand and send those demons back where they were found, and save us from into the ground. Everlasting, truly everlasting, and choose things. We talk about bad things, only ever bad things. This past year's been a nightmare. I've been losing my shit, trying to fight fair. Really, all I need is pressure. My girl left, never came back. I've been making my brain, trying to think back. Was I truly ever like that? I think the weight of the world lies on your shoulders. I think I need a change, 'cause as of late I've been living in a wasteland. Losing sleep, watch the light reflecting, the hours never ending. is everlasting, truly everlasting. So you just walk out that door. I never wanna leave your side, leave your side. I'll pick myself off the floor.
What's up, everyone? Happy Friday. Pretty good Friday. Nailed a pretty solid trade. Posted everything in Discord for the trade setup. I took profits maybe a bit too early. Don't really care. Definitely starting the year off strong, and I'm up like almost $20,000 in trading just in the last week and a half. So if I did take profits too early, that's okay with me. We're going to start at the SPX first. Looks like we got a decent crowd. And then after we go through everything, like we normally do, I am going to show you guys the trade setup that I gave all the patrons in Discord and everything. So for those of you who don't know, I have a very relatively inexpensive trading analysis and like trading setup. So I post all my trade setups. And I'm a swing trader, so I typically don't do these like day trade style trades. I'm not posting trades every day. I'm not going to say that I'm the best trader in the world, but generally when I give a setup, it generally plays out. Or it's well within risk management. So if we do, lose, which you don't win every single trade, believe it or not. If you do lose, you're not getting killed. But let's see chat. What's up, you sir? What's up, O? What's going on? We're not in a recession anymore. No, we still are. Shorters got wrecked again. Yeah, it's guys, stop shorting assets that are down 80%. Like, you guys are making this too easy. There are, like, guys, and I'm going to obviously do the same thing I always do and show everyone why you don't short when assets are down 80%. Just like you don't long when assets are up 20 times, right? Or 20x. But first things first, S&P 500, super interesting today. Huge bounce. I mean, we rejected trend line. Honestly, I think we blow through it. And I'm giving this opinion and kind of backing off last stream. We gave a lot of different reasons on why. Maybe we'll go down. Maybe we'll break through the trend line. And my biggest thing right now is everyone is expecting a crash. And there's enough sideline money to essentially, and I'm not saying we're going to have a melt up. I'm not like, we could literally do this, right? Like we could just do that. All right? I don't want to put in your guys' minds that the next bull market's starting or something crazy is happening, right? Because I'm not like that. I'm not a bait trap or a thirst trading trap. However, there's a lot of sideline cash, and everyone's expecting a market crash. Like if your grandmother is calling you saying that there's going to be a market crash, or your buddies that have no idea like how to trade or what finance is or anything, and they're saying market crash, this, that, and the other thing, they're usually wrong. And the same thing goes when like Bitcoin was trading between 50 and 60K. Everyone was like, 100K, should I start buying? Should I do this? Should I do that? And they got rinsed, right? Everyone got rinsed twice. They did it to you twice. I actually need to move this screen up. 1 second. Doing a great job, Roman. Just dropping in to say this to you. Oh, take it easy, man. Thanks for the kind words. Why couldn't the bottom be in? I don't answer bottom in or top in questions. If you're looking for where the bottom is at this point, like, and here's the thing, nobody knows where the bottom is. So anyone claiming that they know is an idiot. Anyone saying that the bottom is a terrible trader, and they have horrible risk management. You have to look at the broad picture, right? Crypto is down 80%. If you weren't starting a dollar cost average by now, you're kind of screwing yourself, right? Like crypto's probably going to move sideways and do these big bear market relief rallies like it has in all of its previous cycles. And while you're wondering if the bottom is still in or whatever you're wondering, you're going to get left behind, and then you're going to buy the next top when I'm selling it to you yet again. I mean, yeah, there are layoffs coming, but you guys have to remember the market bottoms when the worst is in front of it, right? So, yes, we technically could have bottomed. I'm not saying we did, but we could have. And this whole action here was just a relief rally for more upside. But for now, we're still in a downtrend. We can't make assumptions that the bottom's in. We have not broken our downtrend yet, and we're still in a downtrend. So all of these emotional responses to these pumps, you guys need to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Moving on, DXY. DXY has broken its uptrend, right? We talked about this last week, a couple days ago as well. DXY has lost its uptrend. Really until we break this level here, this horizontal, what is that, 101? That's where I'd consider, okay, maybe the bottom's in, at least in stocks. And we're going to see some kind of like quote-unquote melt up, right? It hasn't happened yet, so can't give it that much credit yet. We still need to break 101. That would at least give me more clarity. You got wrecked while shorting. Stop shorting assets that are down 80%. Is there somewhere we can join? Yeah, okay, so all of you guys that are asking about trade setups is posted in my Twitter bio. It's also a link down below in the description, and there's a chat bot that literally says sign up. Or no, that's the Bitcoin one, but there's a bunch. Interested in receiving full market analysis and trading setups. There's a link right there. Click on it. How long do I look at charts? Not that much. Not that, like, seriously, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I don't look at it at all unless I'm live streaming. That's it. I'm a swing trader. I don't look at minute charts. I hardly look at hourly charts. I'm more or less looking at the daily time frame. Moving on to total. Total, clean breakout. I mean, one of the best. This is amazing. We have a descending wedge, double bottom, breakout. Now we're kind of in some resistance, right? In some resistance in here. I would expect some type of pullback again, or a consolidation. Bitcoin's 1 hour and Bitcoin's 4 hour are severely overbought. If those start to roll over, the 4 hour now has divergences, and now we're starting to see some kind of bearishness. However, the daily is still extremely bullish. Extremely bullish. Just because the 4 hour is showing some bearishness does not mean that the daily is going to stop pushing higher, right? I'm kind of expecting 21.5 for now, but we'll get more into that in a minute. Total, super bullish. I mean, descending wedge, breakout, double bottom. For a lot of those people that are saying, I didn't know that this was going to happen, this is Binance manipulation, this is, whatever. Guys, the answers were right in front of you the whole time. And for those people that are saying, and I know there's a ton of them right now, right? There's a ton of Twitter influencers that are saying manipulation. This is bullish divergence. This is bullish divergence. This is a double bottom, which is a bullish reversal pattern. On the drop, we have lower volume the whole time. That is bullish price action or bearish price action exhaustion. And now we have a breakout confirming the double bottom, and now we have continuation on the second candle. This entire pump was laid right in front of you the entire time, even on the daily. It's even more obvious on the daily. You have an even smaller double bottom within the larger double bottom. You have a breakout, no retest, continuation, break the descending wedge. You had lots of bullish divergence here. Lots of bullish divergence here. This trade was one of the easiest relief rally trades I've ever seen, right? And there are people that are there are going to be people that say this is Binance manipulation. This is who could have saw this coming? You got lucky trading this. Guys, my whole signal was like buy. My whole signal is saying buy this right now. This is a buy. This is not a short. This is not a whatever. This is a buy. This is a very, very clear buy. This is a risk upwards of 2% buy. I already went over the DXY, Shelby. You have to go back in the video. Cowboys or 49ers? Man, I'm a Bengals fan. I could care less about both those trash teams. It's either going to be the Super Bowl winners are going to be either the Bengals or the Chiefs. I don't think Buffalo has it in them. Clearly seen by how they played against the Dolphins last week. Now, you could say the same for the Bengals. They almost threw it against Baltimore. But that Baltimore backup quarterback played his ass off. And honestly, if they put Lamar in, even if they put Lamar in, he hasn't played in 6 games. He's not going to be as You know, he's not going to be as strong as someone who's been playing, right? Because he's a little rusty. He was hurt. He was, you know, he didn't get that playing time, and now he's stepping into a huge playoff game. Like, absolutely not. Yeah, I want the Bengals to win it all too. I'm originally from Cincinnati, so we haven't had a football team in my whole lifetime, other than like right after we got Joe Burrow, and he's a really good guy. He actually lives, or he bought a house like a street down from my parents. So I'll have to see if I can sneak into his compound. I don't go over Bitcoin dominance because I think there's just too many stables that kind of like there's too many stable coins that like imbalance. That's why we look at Tether dominance instead, which we are going to cover now. So Tether dominance, this is a good one. This is a good one. So Tether dominance broke through support, right? We are looking at the 6.9 to 7.3 as support. Lots of confluence there. We actually broke down and lost it. So this is, again, very bullish confluence for crypto. When Tether dominance breaks, crypto is bullish. Overall, still have not lost that downtrend. That, what is this? From about a year uptrend, because crypto would be in a downtrend. Once we break this line, once we break our uptrend line, that's where crypto starts to look a lot better. Granted, if we do break the line, I would expect some sort of a retest, some sort of a rally, because crypto would be very, very overbought. Crypto needs to cool off and go to the downside. And for all of you people that are wondering if the bottom's in, because I know everyone on their mind, I should have bought, I should have done this, should have done that. We're going to be in a period for the next year where the market does this, right? And this is called accumulation, right? That is, over the next 2 years, there will be massive amounts of accumulation by whales, and it'll be under your nose. And all of these rallies, so essentially these big, tall rallies that happen, that's because there's a lot of accumulation here. Now they get the price here, push it back down, accumulate more, price shoots up again, they push it back down, price shoots up again, push it back down until bull market starts, right? So get that in your head now. There's still plenty of time to buy. We are most likely going to visit or be near the lows many, many times over the next probably year or two. Is now a good time to buy USD? I don't know what your question is, to be honest. Moving into Bitcoin. Going to go with the weekly first to see where the 200 is. So the 200 weekly is right at 25K. I would not be surprised if we tested it, right? If we did something like this. That would be healthy. It'd be a breakdown retest. And ultimately, the 200, for those of you who don't know, the 200 has been Bitcoin's big support line or macro support line over the years. So really have a big breakdown, a retest, and then we continue maybe moving sideways and then go up 2024, 2025. One thing I did want to discuss while I'm here is I tweeted this out, and now that it's here, because I was going to talk about this today. Now that it's here, so this is what I'm talking about with you guys shouldn't be looking for shorts anymore. So you have people that wanted to long when Bitcoin was up 20x. I mean, up 20x from the bottom, right? So 3K all the way up to 65. It was up 23, 20x, whatever you want to say, 2,300%. So Bitcoin being up all this, you seeing this, you zoom out of the chart and see this. This is something you don't buy. You missed out. You should be looking for shorts. Now that we're seeing the inverse effect, right? We are literally seeing the absolute inverse happening right now, right in front of our eyes. This, right? The same people, and this goes for most people that are trading right now. The same people that longed up here are now shorting down here. Why are you shorting down here? Like, it doesn't make any sense. We were down at one point almost 80% from all-time highs. Like, are you out of your mind? Bitcoin is not going to zero. All this FUD that's around, that's spread around is only for engagement. Bitcoin will never go to zero, ever. The United States, Russia, and China own hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin. They're not going to let it go to zero, right? It's just not an option. Let's see. Let's see. Short Bitcoin room. No, it's not happening. I'm not shorting an asset that's down 80%. But I did say I'd go over the trading, couple trading calls that I had over the last week or so. So the first one, and I kind of talked about this briefly, on the daily, and again, I'm a swing trader. I trade the daily. We have a fat double bottom, right? Easy pattern to recognize. The biggest key point of the double bottom is we don't break the left side bottom. That's ultimately what makes the double bottom. You also have bullish divergences on the weekly on both RSI and MACD. Same even here. You have bullish divergences between both bottoms. On top of that, the original pump, you have volume increasing here. This is very, very bullish. If you are one of those people looking for shorts in this area, you were incorrect. The daily or the higher time frames, especially, there are lots of people looking at hourly time frames up here saying, oh, there was a head and shoulders or whatever. There are people in my Patreon saying, or not Patreon, they're like old trading students and whatnot wondering if this was a head and shoulders. This is never a head and shoulders, especially if the daily is extremely bullish. That's not an option. This is never a head and shoulders. What this is it's a sideways consolidation. Ultimately, we never really, price never really moved. We went sideways, consolidated, brought RSI back down to the mean. We literally hit the 50 point of the mean, and then we pumped right after because, again, the daily is very, very bullish. So for those of you that don't know, I ended up longing at 16.5, took some profits at around 17.4, and then took more profits around 18.4. Unfortunately, I missed a big chunk of this. Partially, and you can never call bottoms and tops. And I was up a lot of money. I was not upset with missing it. Although could have made a lot more, I was not that upset. Here's the biggest thing. One, we were against a macro resistance, right? You were essentially looking at a big diagonal that ran like this. We had rejected it, SPX. It was also testing its diagonal. The DXY was also testing its support. So to me, I said, this is a perfect place to more than likely drop. Unfortunately, for me, I sold and then we ultimately pumped higher. Super unfortunate, but that's just, that's the name of trading. It just happens. Pumped all the way up to almost 22K, so 21.6, right? From 21.6, the daily was extremely overbought. Most overbought it's been in a very, very long time if we zoom out. Zooming back in, looking at the 4 hour. 4 hours massively overbought. So what was I looking for before placing this trade and catching really the majority? I really caught all of this, right? Really all the way up to 22.4. So I caught probably about 80 to 90% of this move. So here's the thing. One, looking for sideways, looking for a reset here, looking at MACD, and even further, I gave a trading call on the 1 hour. And shout out to Ian Curtis. He's one of my students. He actually woke me up for this one. I was expecting some sort of a double bottom on the lower time frames. We got a perfect double bottom. Perfect. Took to everyone from my trading school or whatever, or patrons, whatever. We made the call at about 20,700. Take the long. Took that long. Broke out. Retested that small resistance there, and then shot. If you look at the daily, our resistance is about 21.4 to 21.5. Put another long in at 21.4, rode it all the way to 22.4-ish, right? 5% gain. For me, I was trading with 100 grand, so I made $5,300. Not mad about it at all. Not mad about it at all. But that's how this works, right? That's how we trade. That's how these setups work. If you're interested in something like that, if you want to be provided analysis or, you just want to have something to back up your own, you check out the Patreon link. It's in the YouTube description below. I believe it's also in the chat, and it's in my Twitter biography. That's a thick whiskey Coke. I needed that. Definitely needed that. But yeah, guys, I don't really have a lot else to say. I mean, I've posted a lot of analysis on Twitter over the last week or two, and I don't want to say I've nailed everything, but I've nailed a big portion of the moves. I was definitely bullish at the right times and made the right calls, whether to long or short. I'm just going to chill for 10 to 15 minutes. If you guys have any questions or want to discuss anything, feel free to let me know. One thing I will say is there's been a lot of people asking me if I can do copy trading. One, I'll never do copy trading just because, not that I don't trust myself. I don't know, and not that I don't know how it works. I just don't like the idea, right? I don't like the idea. I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't like the idea. However, I am working with a private equity hedge fund, and we're looking at creating a fund of money that will be, and this is the real shit. This is like you going to Wells Fargo, giving your money to Wells Fargo, and saying, hey, I want your analysts or whatever, your financial advisors to trade it for me. Same shit. It's legal. It's legalized. It's legal. Everything is in place. It's by the U.S., SEC backed. It's all good. Anyways, basically the fund is saying, hey, we're going to have a quote-unquote Roman fund. So let's say that fund is worth $10 million, and it's with whoever's money, right? Because I have had a ton of people on Twitter say, can you just trade money for me? And I can't do that as an individual. That's illegal, and I'm not participating in illegal activity. Not that I don't want to help you, but if something goes south, right, whatever, I'm not protected. I am protected in the hedge fund. This is not something that's going to be an FTX deal. Again, this is a legal private equity hedge fund. But anyways, Roman fund. I basically just trade like I normally do. You can come in, pull out, whatever, do whatever, take gains, whatever, just like any other firm or fund. So I thought it was pretty cool. Definitely going to see how it goes. And when I get that opportunity to be like, hey, we're starting this. If you're interested, let me know. I'll answer more questions then. Are you buying yet, or are you waiting? I've been buying for over 6 months, my friend. I was dollar cost averaging in July, the first time we touched 19K. Are you still doing bot? You're still doing swap? Yeah, I've been doing it for almost 6 months. For all you new people, welcome to the stream. I see the numbers gone way up. I'm definitely getting a lot of attention this week, partially because of all the calls between this and last week. It's great. If you're new, I live stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday around 5 p.m. Eastern. Today was a little later. I had to go to the grocery store. I also had to go to the liquor store, celebrating a nice win. So, but yeah, guys, I've been dollar cost averaging for 6 months, and a dollar cost average is buying a small amount each week. If I have $100 dedicated to my dollar cost average, I'm probably buying 50 cents to $1 each week for the next year or two, maybe year to 3 years. This is something, it's like an accumulation. Like, you're accumulating very slowly. Price is down 80%. It's a great time to move forward on an investment and take long-term capital gains when you cash out, if it works in your favor. For those of you that don't know, I will be out of town for the next month. I'm going to try and live stream, or possibly try and do like Twitter Spaces, because I'm going to be in the Caribbean, right? I'm going to be in the Caribbean for over a month. I'd like to live stream. I'd like to do something at least at night. I don't know what the time zone change is going to be. I think they're an hour ahead, I want to say. Could be wrong. Maybe an hour behind. I need to double check. However, I'm going to try and do something. I'll definitely post all the Twitter, or, same analysis stuff on Twitter, but we'll look and see. I need to see if I can get some people to help me host that Twitter space. No one ever wants to host with me. It's crazy. You're fighting FOMO now? All right, well, let me give you this. If you're fighting FOMO right now, you missed this pump. Okay, so let me give you this. The 1 hour is extremely high. And I want you to look at prior examples. This is how we trade, right? So we're also running into a resistance. You can see that this acted as resistance here at 22.8. Here's the biggest thing. So you have this area on RSI, right? About the 89 to 90 area. Look what happens every single time we've hit that area over the last several months, right? Every time we've hit it, big pullback, big drop. And I'm not saying that it's going to be a huge drop. We could just get a little drop like this, like a 18.3 to 17.9, which is about a 2% drop. Ultimately, you need to reset those indicators so that we can continue this trend. It would not surprise me if we did something like this, retested, and then shot back up and at least tried for 25K. If we don't get 25K, that's fine, but I'm expecting this scenario, right? The retest of prior resistance testing as support, and then we move on from there. You can see here, we actually had this as resistance, 18.4. We hit it, tapped down, consolidated, broke out, consolidated, broke out, nice consolidation, breakout. So I'm expecting a retest. That would make sense. Again, 4 hour, massively overbought as well. Day, obviously, very massively overbought. I am expecting a pullback. I'm out of longs, right? You shouldn't be longing now. It's too late to long. At least as a trade standpoint. If you're long term, that's up to you. I was DCAing below 20K Bitcoin. No, a DCA is not price driven. It's time driven. It's completely time driven. A dollar cost average is you averaging out a certain price over a period of time. What if crypto does this? Right? Like, what if this is the next like period of accumulation? What if we do something like that, right? And then maybe dip and then go all the way to 100K. Like, the whole point of a dollar cost average is so that you flatline by an average somewhere between 18 and 22,000. Let's say you average 20K. 20K is your average buy. Okay, so you accumulated over the last year. Let's say if you have 100 grand, you accumulate 5 Bitcoin and your average buy is 20K. Okay, so now we go to 100K, you just 5x your money, right? This is a different type of trading strategy or a different type of investing. You also get to take long-term capital gains, which is taxed way, way less than you trading that, right? If I don't mind, please, I don't go over alts unless, guys, I don't go over altcoin charts unless we're at the peak of the bull market. Alts are a waste of time right now. Your biggest and best chances of trading are going to be Bitcoin and Ethereum over the next probably year. ETH basically follows Bitcoin. The Ethereum chart and the Bitcoin chart look exactly the same, right? Ethereum has actually been outperforming Bitcoin over the last couple of years because it's become a deflationary asset. But Ethereum and Bitcoin look pretty much identical. So you had a double bottom breakout. Now we're testing major resistance. Probably going to get some sort of a pullback, or at least expecting one. But guys, I'd be careful longing. Right, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, all overbought. Now is not the time to be buying. You should be looking to take profits if you have any. You don't pay taxes if you live in Morocco? That's wild. Good sailfish bite going on in the South Atlantic. That's awesome, man. I wish I was still there. I used to live in Miami and moved back to where I am because my grandfather turned 80 and my girlfriend's family lives here. So I'm just kind of hanging out here until the housing market stops sucking, and then I'll buy a place in South Florida. Yes, I am dollar cost averaging Ethereum. My view on macro for the next 2 years, I actually have two different opinions. One that is ultra, and I hate to be the guy that's like, one that's really bullish and one that's ultra bearish, but essentially my macro view is no matter what happens over the next 2 years, I'm either accumulating in a bear market, recessionary environment where even if Bitcoin gets to 10K, I'm still averaging down, I'm still buying, I'm still accumulating, and then taking advantage of trades along the way. If we started a new bull run now, it kind of sucks, right? It would suck for me because my dollar cost average is only like 5 to 10% in right now. So although that would suck, at least I make money or I can trade it, right? So I have a couple of different scenarios for that. And, the biggest part of being a successful trader is having multiple different plans and scenarios and then adjusting the way you trade for each scenario. When would you look to re-enter? I just went over this. Bright Life, I just went over that. You can go back in the video and check it out. Oh, I can't wait to eat dinner. I'm going to make so much pasta. It's gonna be so good. You don't pay. That's crazy. You don't pay like capital gains in Morocco. That's crazy. All right, guys. I'm probably gonna go eat. I'm pretty hungry. Pretty tired. I've been obviously watching the chart all day today. I want to take profit at 22.8. Should I take profit now or wait for 22.850? I think you should take profit when you feel like you should take profit. If you're in profit, take profit. Don't look for a price point. But probably gonna call it there. I just I want to go eat. I'm tired. I've been up since 7 this morning trying to help people with getting into the trades that we made. But yeah, guys, go enjoy your weekend. Don't watch the chart all weekend. We're probably gonna consolidate or pull back. Definitely don't enter longs right now. It's too late. You're buying an overbought chart, and we need a pullback again. But with all that said, guys, be patient. Use